Hey guys, DJ Wonder Chrissy, and I'm here today. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. I have a special guest here today. We're going to do a combo video today here on the patio studio. I don't hear any birds, but maybe they'll show up. But anyway, I have a special guest, and we're going to talk about a recent visit that we did for the channel up in Milwaukee at a place called Rock and Brew. You might not even know what it is, but we're going to talk about it. And so here I do present to you my special guest here. We have Susie-Q from Susie-Q Slots.
Hello.
Oh.
Beautiful day. I think the birds aren't flying right now because it's super windy out today.
Yeah, just a little windy. So let's talk about what is Rock and Brews.
It's Rock and Brews. It's a new restaurant at the Potawatomi Casino that Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of Kiss just recently opened up in Milwaukee.
And you know, I was a big Kiss fan, so I liked all the album covers they had on the wall and pictures.
Yeah.
And, this is back in the 8-track days, folks.
Yeah.
I had a poster on my bedroom wall my parents hated, and I had like 5 or 6 of their 8 tracks. So this was right up my alley.
They've got a lot of restaurants in California. That's where they opened up, but they're starting to expand to the Midwest. I think they have one in Minnesota, one in Ohio, but we've never been to one. So the one in Milwaukee was the first time that we went, and it was really cool. They've got music videos going.
Yeah.
A million TVs in the restaurant.
So it's like a concert venue, too.
Yeah, like watching MTV, the old days of MTV, where they used to all music videos and like snippets of live concerts of all kinds of groups. We thought it was just going to be Kiss, but music, but it's all kinds of
we
groups.
didn't hear any Kiss music, and we had dinner there.
Yeah, we had dinner there.
Late night dinner. And it was all classic rock we saw, but good classic rock.
Yeah, from the 80s and 80s.
Yeah,
and
do you guys remember the 80s? I bet you don't, but that's okay. We digress. So they have the reason they call it Rock and Brews, I guess, is because they had 48 beers on tap. I know, though, they ran out of High Life, so I had to get a bottle of High Life, but we had some good eats, right?
Yeah, we had, they were open till midnight, and we got there shortly after 9 o'clock, so I guess, we didn't know this, but I guess they had their late night menu available, not the full menu. So we still got our, it's a giant pretzel, huge giant pretzel, Bavarian pretzel, and with like mustard and a cheese dip.
The cheese dip add-on was worth the extra couple of bucks.
Yeah, it was really good. And then we got the Philly chicken cheesesteak sandwich. We split that, which was really good.
And there's a place you can't get that anymore. One of my sponsors, somewhat of a sponsor, we give them free sponsorship here on the channel. Hooters, you used to be able to get that, and it's like, no, they no longer have the Philly chicken.
No, it's just a steak.
So how do you rate their Philly chicken with the old Hooters sandwich?
I'd actually like the Hooters one better. It was bigger and better, but this one was still good because actually Philly chicken steak is hard to get. You can always get the sandwich with steak, but it's hard to get it with chicken. So everywhere I see it on the menu, I try it. So it was good. I'll get it again. And another good tip is that if you do want to get their full menu, I would say get there before 8 o'clock p.m. because I don't know when they start the late night menu, but we got there shortly after 9, so I'd imagine 8 or 9 o'clock is when they start shutting down their main menu.
So we also saw they had like a tribute wall to all the local artists, musical artists. That was pretty cool. Looks like somebody had done a lot of painting on that. I didn't realize that Steve Miller, and we had the Bodines, and the Garbage, I guess, is some artists, and a couple other ones. That was surprising. I didn't realize Steve Miller was from Milwaukee, but he was an 80s artist, and they had some great art in this place.
Yeah, it was a fun place to walk around and look. And then what's fun about it is that the Potawatomi Casino, the third floor, that's where the Rock and Brews restaurant is at. They just recently, they've been working on for the past year and a half a major
$100 million
yeah,
they spent.
$100 million renovation.
Wow.
And it's really cool up there. I mean, we'll show videos of the graphics.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of graphics
They've
that look like a real
upgraded
fire.
the experience.
Yeah, you feel like you're actually in Vegas. They made it the third floor have the look and feel of Vegas, where the restaurant is kind of blended in right into the slot floor.
Yeah,
so
you can walk up and get a beer, and they even had slot machines in the bar.
Like
yeah,
in Vegas, you can get a beer on both sides of the restaurant. They got a bar on both sides of the restaurant. And you can sit down and play video machines, video poker, video slot machines. And they have slot machines that have like 10 games you can pick from. And it was fun. Yeah, fun.
So how did the slots treat you?
Well, yeah, very well, actually. But on the third floor, their new area, they have a lot of the penny, Lightning Link and Dragon Link and all those kind of games.
I think they used to call them one-armed bandits. And I think we kind of found out on this trip why.
The third floor, all the new games seem like they just take your money. They weren't paying out very well.
Yeah, not at all.
High volatility games, they call them. So they're more like fun games you want to play that you know you're probably going to lose your money. It's not a kind of game that you want to play and try to like make money or keep your money. It's just a game you play for fun. But later on in the trip, we went back downstairs to the main floor of the Potawatomi, and I found a really good machine that I love, one of my favorites, pinball. And I actually got a hand pay on it.
Wow, yeah.
Hit by jackpot.
It was a good one.
That made my trip for sure. That made up for all the losses that we had upstairs. So that definitely made up for it. So,
and let's just say Potawatomi is one of our favorite destinations. Not only did you get a hand pay, but they had every like two, 3 times a year they do this gift card promotion.
Gift card giveaway, yeah.
So we walked away with over $200 worth of gift cards.
Just a regular Visa cash gift card.
Just for showing up, and got a little more for playing.
Yeah, depending on your player status, they have a set amount that they give you just for arriving, and then if you earn for every 2,000 tier points you get another $25 gift card. So, we stayed for 2 days. So at the end of our trip, we went and saw how much we qualified for, and ended up being, I think, $225 total. So that's gift cards that we can use anywhere.
Yeah, we got that. We also, just like last trip, this trip we got the shower in the sky. I know you don't enjoy the shower in the sky, but oh my God,
I haven't tried it yet. No,
that's like going to heaven. And I enjoy the shower in the sky. So we had what do they call it? We had the Corner King Suite again, which was also complimentary. If you're an out-of-town guest, as long as you show up and play a little bit, they give you that for free, and that's like another $200 value, I'm sure. And you said there must have been something going on Friday. We went there Thursday, but you said the rate on that went up to like $700 on a Friday.
Yeah, on Friday, and I think it was because of the gift card giveaway going on. Plus, we noticed that the Wisconsin State Fair was there at the same time, which is only minutes away from Potawatomi.
Yeah, so they probably had some good.
People might have been staying overnight.
Good concert or something going on there. Yeah, the Brewers are out of town. They were actually here in Chicago playing the White Sox. So Potawatomi, it's the closest you can get to Vegas here in the Midwest, and they're probably number 1. Number 2, I guess, would be over in Four Winds in Michigan City, which we haven't been there in a while, because that's about a 2.5-hour drive for us, but that's another nice location too. But the key is, if you show up a couple of times in the first 2 to 3 months, they're going to treat you well.
Yeah.
And
just make sure you get a player's card. If it's somewhere new, get
yeah.
a player's card.
Take
and
advantage of that player's
play a little
card.
bit of the slots or table games or whatever you like. And then they'll start sending you things in the mail or emails or things in the mail, domestic mail, with offers and things.
All right, so going back to your hand pay, you did that that was early morning.
Yeah, actually, I was getting ready to go upstairs. It was we stayed overnight, so it was about 2:30 in the morning. When we got there earlier in the day, like backtrack, it was super crowded, like because the new area was brand new. It was only the new area's been open only for a week, so it was super crowded, and the upstairs was super crowded. By the time we got downstairs to the main floor, it was better because it wasn't as crowded, but it was still too crowded. And I don't like playing the slots when it's really crowded because I like to pick and choose my slots. I like certain slots, and I don't want to have to just play any old slot. So a lot of my favorite slots were taken. So earlier in the day, I just kind of wandered around, played a few slots here and there. So I was looking forward to after midnight is when it usually gets quieter.
And it was it a bonus or a line hit?
Well, from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is about the best time to play for me because it's quiet and, you can play whatever you want. So it was about 2:30 a.m. and it was, what was it? It was a line hit. Those
are rare, yeah.
Yeah, rare line hit. And it was a 9-line game where they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in order to qualify for the jackpot, you had to get the 7-7 combination on the 9th line.
On
and that's exactly where
line,
I got it.
Yeah.
So when it hit, I didn't even know what I won. It took me a couple minutes I was just in shock. It took me a couple minutes to try to figure it out. And then when the slot attendant came over, she even couldn't figure it out right away. Then we finally figured out what had happened because I wasn't playing max bet. And to qualify for
max bet was
12,000.
12,000, but it was 4,000 a line or $4. $4 a spin.
I wasn't playing max bet would have been like times 3 more.
Yeah.
So I wasn't playing max bet, and if I was playing max bet, I would have won $12,000. But because I was not playing it, I was only playing 1 times instead of 3 times. They took the $12,000 divided by.
Wow.
It's
phenomenal. And we're sure, and we're just disclosure here. Uncle Sam will certainly get his
portion.
His portion if he hasn't already. We consult our tax accountants on this type of stuff pretty prudently. Yeah. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think of the new Potawatomi and the Rockin' Brew?
I would say I would give the Rockin' Brews a 10 and maybe the new slot area a 9. Only because I wish that they had a better mix of old and new machines.
Yeah, it looked like all the machines they had there were right out of the box, and I'm sure
which is cool, but
but the settings matter, folks. If you watch any slot channels, you know that the chip that they put in there and the pay ratio over time has a tendency to go down, which is not good for the player. So these were all brand new machines, so I'm sure they maybe set them to pay out a little bit less than some of the other ones in the older area.
Old school machines pay out better.
There's
general rule.
There's some machines in the older area that we're finding out that allow you to play for a good amount of time and have some good payback.
You can recycle through your money better and play longer, which helps you to earn tier credits and reward credits and points, which you can use for food and things like that. Yeah, and another thing too that this trip last trip about a month ago we were talking to some other fellow slot players and we found out that the level of player's card that I am, I qualify for comps,
daily comps,
you can go up to the rewards desk, players desk, and ask them how much you qualified for like food comps. And I didn't know that, so this is this trip that we just took.
So we got the first time we got a free lunch on the last day.
$60 worth of food comps, which which actually was good for us. We had a big lunch. Yeah, it covered our lunch. We had a big lunch.
Chinese lunch at Rui there, which has been there forever, and is an awesome food at Rui if you're ever there.
A big appetizer, 2 drinks. Yeah, so it covered everything, which was a big add-on to the trip. So this trip was a very successful trip. Fun.
So definitely we took a page out of Rock and Brew for those that rock. So you were rocking.
Yeah, we were rocking.
You were rocking this trip. We're hoping to make another trip maybe in the next 3 to 4 weeks back to Milwaukee. It's an awesome place, guys. When I compare it with the experiences of the other places around here, it's hard to beat. And they treat you very, very well at Potawatomi. And it's a 2-hour drive for us, but it's a nice drive. So what do you tell the folks to do so we can get some more people following this channel?
Well, watch us on Land Cruiser Midwest or Susie-Q Slots. Both titles will get you to the same
get you right where you need to go.
And then, if you like what you're watching, like us, and then subscribe. You can subscribe to the channels.
It's free.
It's free. Doesn't cost anything. Free. And all that does is it just lets you know whenever it'll alert you when we put out new videos.
Help us beat the evil algorithm, folks, and share it with your friends. This is it's a family-friendly, adult-ish channel. We do some beer drinking here, but it's not for your 5-year-olds. But we keep it clean, and so that's it for today. I got my friend here, Susie-Q, and she told you about her recent experience at Potawatomi and their $1 million slot expansion. So that's all I have for you today. It's DJ Wonder Chrissy here on the patio. Over and out, folks.